Hello everyone, this is our channel High Flyers. Here we are going to develop and we are going to discuss a vast amount of topics. It is not only vast, it is going to be variant amounts. There will be different kind of topics. First to say like stuff like astrology, where I've already there was a previous chapter where I have already discussed about this Kundalini 5.5 Pro. Okay, this one we have already done, and we are going to do further about astrology. I believe it will be of much help to you. There's going to be other stuffs as well, like how to put a pen drive, like technical knowledge basically, because there are so many people who are not technically, who are unable to relate to different stuffs. So here we are going to help you out on it, and there is a major I will say that major help that is needed is in our developing our skills to speak in English, especially some people here in India. Like we have this, we are more dedicated towards speaking in our regional languages, so that at times becomes quite a hurdle in our lives. So that is also what I'm going to discuss. There will be some pointers I'll be giving for giving a good interview, how to represent yourselves. So we are High Flyers. We are going to break all limits. There is no limit to the amount of topics we are going to discuss and develop for your better skills. You'll also, that you too can become a high flyer just like we are. So today's topic I'm going to discuss on group discussions. Okay, so group discussions. So group discussion is a major topic. Like here, it can be for an interview. Like if you're calling an interview, it can be a group discussion, or it can be a major debate where you are being called for a group discussion to discuss about certain topic that has been given. So what are the basic pointers? I'll just go ahead and try to help you out on it, right? So in group discussions, we have to adhere to certain fundamentals. That is the basic thing. We have to adhere to fundamentals. That is the base stuffs. Like we have to keep in mind while we give some discussion, present discussion. We have to, when we discuss any topic, it should have the basic topic. We should discuss the basic topic and not try to go try to move out of the box and discuss something else, or present ourselves in a different manner. So we have to adhere to fundamentals, right? So this is one of the basic thing. Next is body language. And these are certain rules of the game for group discussions. We should maintain a body language. There should be eye contact. We should put a positive smile. There should be a positive gesture. Okay, a very smiling face like this lady. Yeah. So this is one. Next, we need to do is we should be very assertive. We should present ourselves with lot of confidence, and we should have the power in voice to convince the other person, so that they get they just believe whatever we are discussing is actually true, is actually they should go with. Maybe he or she is logical and he or she wants to go with something else, but the way we will discuss, in the kind of way we will put our logic or basic stuffs in front of them, they're in a very assertive, in very confident voice, that will work, right? See what a smiling face this is, right? So next, we should appear powerful, Like no, I would say that I should be like appear as powerful as Donald Trump, who is now the president. Like, but he is definitely an example. Okay, so that is full of confident. But we can try to be we can take his example, try to appear as a very powerful personality, as if you're one of the most key participant in the discussion. Like you are the one. We have to present ourselves. We have to sell ourselves. That is the basic thing. We have to look like that. We should have that particular quality in ourselves, right? We should have the belief that we are the one and that every eye will be focused on us, right? Next is use tone of voice according to need of the moment. We should change our tone of voice accordingly, and that is very important when we go to discussion. Next, what we need is we need to emphasize our points. That is very important, that whatever we speak, we need to emphasize on the points we are discussing right now, and we should go very slow so that the other person can understand. That is a very basic thing. If we just go like fast, like abracadabra, that is what the other person will learn or will be able to hear, and nothing will get registered, right? So we should try to emphasize each and every word and slow down our pace so that each and every person can understand. And we should be very, very normal. That is the basic rules of the game in group discussion. Next is how you say it matters most rather than what you say. What we say doesn't matter as much as how we say it. Okay, we should be very presentable and respectful all the time. So that is very, very important. We should present in a very nice way. It doesn't matter whatever we can say, but if we say the same thing differently, it matters. We can be very rude, we can be like very funny, we can be very I will say very positive. That is the main criteria of group discussions. Okay, so that is important. Next is we should listen carefully. And that is very, very important. Whenever we are delivering something, it is very important that we should try to listen also. That is very, very important. We should try to listen to like what the opponent or the opposite person is saying, right? So that we can reply accordingly. And we should not prepare for a turn. We should always be prepared on our own. We need not prepare because what we know is already what we know, right? That is very, very important. Next is make your point assertively. Don't argue. Arguments can kill your image. So we should be very assertive. Our points should be put very assertively, because if we are not like that, because if we argue with another person, it will like put us down, it will give a bad image to us. That is not what we want, right? So that is very important. Next is we need to concentrate on quality rather than quantity. Like we should try to, whatever we speak should have a proper quality. It should not like say a lot of things and people will just not try to listen to it. We may say a few words, but it should be to the point and should have that particular quality, because if you say something extraneous or out of topic, people will immediately notice the same. So that is very important. Okay, next is we can just go and we can view certain interviews. Like these are examples. It's not like every time we have to. We can, to develop ourselves, we can see a lot of news, English news, like in NDTV, The Big Fight, celebrity interviews. These are quite good pointers that would help us. Next is, if you don't understand the person you are speaking to, ask him or her to repeat. So if we don't understand what the other person is saying, we should always ask that person, like, can you please tell me, can you please repeat what you're saying? And we should not rush to make our point without getting questioned. We should not rush into something. Okay, that is very, very important. Next is responsibility of the communicator. When we are communicating, we need to make sure people, before we understand what you are saying or what do you mean. Responsibility, we have a responsibility that we should try to make the other person also understand what we are saying. Okay, because what we are saying or what we mean, the other person should understand. Otherwise, if he or she doesn't understand, then it's no point in saying anything, right? That is very important. We should keep it short and simple and to the point. That is the KISS policy. It's like it's followed in each and every word. Keep it short and simple and to the point. That is very, very important. We should not say something that is like out of box and something like doesn't fit into the box, doesn't like sounds right. So it should be very short and simple. State your point with reasoning and example. We should it should be a very logical. Our point should be very logical. It should like so that people can relate to something. Some logical explanations should be there, so that people can understand, and there should be examples as well, right? For better understanding. Next, okay, this please don't like watch the picture. I believe at this particular moment this famous man's picture will is getting highlighted, so I'll just go ahead with what I need to. No matter who wins, quality of argument matters and need to reach a consensus. No matter which party or which person wins, what is important is the quality of the argument, and we should need to reach to our final point, a consensus, so that if we just develop it, there should be a conclusion, right? So that is very important. Okay, next, to disagree, agree first. So if we first disagree to another person's point, we first need to relate ourselves in a different way. Like we should try to first agree to what he or she is saying. Example, I can see your point, that's good point, I got your point, but explain your point with reasoning. We should give a logical reasoning to whatever we are saying, right? So that is very, very important. Next is we should maintain respect. We should be very respectful. We should never say you are wrong, I think your point is something about this point or that. We should not be any kind of negative talk, should not be there. No word like no, you're not good, or try to demean someone. That is very, very a no thing. Okay, we should maintain respect, because until we give someone respect, we don't deserve to get one, right? Next is be pleasant and courteous. Make your points assertively. This will create a powerful image. So we should be pleasant and courteous. We should be very, very we should be very pleasant, very sweet, and we should make our points assertively. This will create a powerful image. Okay. Next, we should never derail the discussion. We should not talk something that is not fitting into what the initial argument was. So we should always discuss a point that is interrelated. The point should be interrelated. It should not really derail from the initial discussion. So that is very important. Next is agree with and acknowledge what you find interesting. We should agree with something, maybe on a point put out or highlighted by our opponent. If it's okay, it's fine. We should put a thumbs up and say it's okay, it's fine, it's good, it's interesting. We should mention it as well, right? There's no harm in that. Okay. Next, we should be very polite, respectful, assertive. So that is the basic summary. Now we come up to what we have discussed so far. We should state our point with confidence and reasoning. We should never argue. We should listen carefully. We should know our contents thoroughly. Okay, and next is with this particular stuffs in mind, we can go ahead for a group discussion. Okay, it can be anything, like there can be various topics. So whatever topics come, we'll go ahead and discuss it. It can be like social networking, so we can put down our special aspects. We will just jot down the main points, and we will just go about with flair and kind of confidence we have. That is the main thing that is important: confidence, a smiling face, assertive, and be very positive. And it will definitely help in presenting ourselves, and definitely it's a very long way to success. So that's it for today. I believe you have loved the way I've discussed. If you just love it, then definitely subscribe to our channel. Okay, put as many likes as you can, because as I've said, then I'm a high flyer, you can be one too, and as much likes you give, as much appreciations I can get from you, and we can develop more. Any kind of inputs, good, bad, or anything you can put ahead, so that we can develop ourselves in a much better way. Thanks and ciao. Have a good day. Bye.